quarter we were relentless, and I thought just that. Like we talked about pregame and since our first game, it's not going to be pretty, for a little while here. We got to just continue to fight, to play for each other and figure out ways to compete and stay in games while we figure out rotations and combinations and what we're all about. So, that was there. I thought it progressed. Second quarter was better than the first, third better than the second, and fourth was the best of all. So really just proud of the guys for, their competition level, but they stuck with it. Guys in and out of the lineup, lots of different combinations playing, and we didn't get, paralysis because of all the newness and change. We just fought and played, and I think we got a little bit of a confidence boost as the night went on.
Marcus and his story and what you saw.
Yeah, well, obviously he shot the ball well. He very well. But he also is just a smart defender. I think he knows the game plan and has a good feel. And so I thought it impacted the game at both ends of the floor, and was proud of his performance.
You still, even though you were holding your own on the boards throughout, competing better than you had in Milwaukee throughout. You're still down at 10, about 5 minutes to go. To close on a 16-1 run, was there something in there that you guys found that you could either take advantage of on their end or that you think you can bottle going forward?
I think I think just we were relentless with our competition, our willingness to fight for good looks, our willingness to scrap defensively. I don't think there's anything that we're going to, bottle up and put in a museum from this one, but it was just a team effort, guys coming in and out and not worrying about being in the right spot, but just fighting, scrapping, and trying to compete. And so, I think we made a lot of plays down the stretch, but, that was more because of our willingness to keep going. When we were down 10, it seems like every few minutes was back to 10. And so their willingness to continue to compete and believe, is the reason they won the game.
Steve, I apologize if you've been asked this, but it was so similar for 3 quarters to what happened in Milwaukee. Do you think that there was just some kind of ability that they had to find some resolve to not let it go to
yeah. Yeah, I think that was it. Just the level of competition and combativeness was there. We were relentless. We never, never broke, and just kept coming at them. Even I think 5 minutes left, we're down 10. They went on a little run to get it back to 10. It was a time where you could, a new team like this could lose confidence and doubt, question themselves. They didn't. We talked about it in the huddle. A little poise, a little belief, and to continue to compete. They could win this game, and they did. And I think it's just the attitude and a willingness to compete and not fold.
Steve, kind of piggybacking off of Greg's question, it was another slow start kind of like Milwaukee, as he said, but then you guys picked up. Is it as simple as the competition was picking up? Like you said, were there other attributes kind of from Milwaukee that carry over in that slow start?
I just think it's all brand new. We go out there, they're a tough team. Embiid draws a lot of attention. They have shooters around them. Same for Drummond. And the second unit's very good. So they're a tough team. They make it difficult on you. They put a lot of pressure on your defense because those guys are so dynamic and ability to get around the rim. But the competition was there, and that's it. It made up for all the mistakes, all the newness, all the uncertainty. Was the guys just had the character to persevere.
Steve, you talked about how things might not look pretty for a while. How have you seen Kevin and James Harden be impacted by all the new pieces around them?
I think they're excited for their new teammates, but it takes time to find that rhythm and combinations, And also, we lost a big piece, so it's not just the new pieces, it's the void that we're used to playing with. And, so it is like it's a lot for us to take on at this moment in time, but hopefully in the weeks coming, we'll start to clear some of the debris, so to speak, and figure out how we can best play together.
Coach, analytically, teams tend to shy away from that mid-range, but when you got a guy like Marcus who can basically a machine in that mid-range, how does that kind of open up what you guys want to do?
Yeah, I mean, against a good defensive team like that, if a guy's open, he's open. So while we're not trying to live in the mid-range, you know, obviously Kevin is a unique talent who is exceptional in the mid-range, and LaMarcus is excellent there as well. But if we get open looks, they're open looks against a good defense. So you can't pass them up because our mathematicians are going to yell at us after the game. We have to sometimes take some of those and say, you got to make them if you want to beat good teams.
What was your message of at halftime?
Just to continue to compete. Like I thought the second quarter was better than the first. That's what's going to take us there. Is we got ourselves back in the game through our fight and playing for one another, and just continue that. Like I don't care so much about are we perfect. I care about do we have the right attitude, and are we able to make up for all the things that we haven't figured out about ourselves yet through our competition and togetherness.
You said before that you were kind of in experimentation mode with the big lineups. You had to see them to know which combinations worked. How much did going small later, though, I guess, help you handle the ball better and attack in ways that you couldn't when you were big?
Yeah, I think it allowed us to chase a little better on the perimeter, allowed us to open up some opportunities in transition. I thought we forced a few turnovers. But we know we can play small. We know that we have that. We went to it a little bit here at the end, but we're still in that phase where we're going to experiment.
Was there any, tactical change on how you guys defended Joel Embiid? Earlier on, he got it going, but I think he only finished with 18 or 16 or 19. Did you guys change up anything?
No, we didn't change anything. I think, some of it is up to him, and does he make or miss shots? But I thought our guys just stuck with the game plan and tried to make it difficult with him, not give him any easy ones. And if they are easy, they got to be on the perimeter.